U.S. youth national teams, we're gearing up for the World Cup, but you always keep an eye on the future, especially here in the U.S., because we're looking for the next and what's going to be better than what we have right now. I think every country does that, Dad. Um, Quickly want to shout out the U20 national team. They reached the quarterfinals again of the U20 World Cup. Got kind of dominated by Monaco 3-1. It was their fifth quarterfinal exit at this stage. Dad, I
Morocco.
don't want to spend too much time on them, but yeah, talk about
Morocco.
Morocco.
Yeah. You said Monaco.
Yeah,
I
did I
just
say
wanted to,
Monaco?
yeah. So,
Wow, I am struggling this episode, clearly. Yes, Morocco was the team, and they were a great team. Let's not lie there. They did an amazing job. But yeah, Dad, fifth quarterfinal exit at this stage in a row for the US. Are you worried here, or is it just a youth tournament? How do you kind of look at it?
I'm not worried. I'm used to it. I mean, this is what the US does, right? I know we've talked a bit about it, as far as the senior team, which, by the way, they're playing a couple of games here, coming up soon. Maybe we can talk about that
Yeah.
next week. Maybe we can review the two games next week. But this is
Yes.
what we do. I mean, if the senior team makes it to the quarterfinals and loses next summer, everyone will go, "Yay, that's success." It's kind of about where we tend to exit.
Yeah. We're the eighth place team. It seems like that's just kind of how it goes for us. We're not breaking into that top 16, top 8 that we're looking for, and I think it's consistent across the age groups. But Dad, the main age group I wanted to focus on here on the men's side, we'll have to talk about the women's side at some point too, because they've been so dominant. But the U17 men's team, Dad, it's a star-studded team that we have at the 17-year-old level here. They won all 3 group games for the first time ever at the U17 World Cup, beating
Yeah.
Burkina Faso, Tajikistan, and today they beat the Czech Republic, or Czechia, I believe is how they prefer it these days. But first time ever they've done that. And then they topped their group for the first time in 20 years, Dad. Is this a serious group we need to be watching out for here?
I hope so. You know, I can't go off on the senior team too much. I don't have a lot of hope for next summer. So in some ways, I'm already looking to 2030. And
Yes.
some of
Which we
these
talk about a
kids,
lot. You and I talk about.
well, that Sullivan kid is money, right? And these
Yeah.
kids on this U17 team, I would think in 4 years would be old enough to compete for the senior team and make a real difference. What do you think?
I hope that's the case. One thing I want to mention, a lot of the team represented from MLS Next Pro, which I think is good. As much as I don't love the MLS system, it does show that our academies are producing the way they're supposed to, hopefully. Kind of developing from within, which I think is fantastic. Standout from that group, I'd say, is Jude Terry from LAFC. Give him a watch at some point. I think he's going to be great. But then you talk about that front line that the U.S. has at that age group. Cavan Sullivan, usually starting on the right-hand side, already signed to Manchester City, which is unheard of for an American this young. So that's huge. Obviously, we've touched on him before. Then you go to the left-hand side. You have Mathis Albert, scored the winning goal today against the Czech Republic, and he plays for Dortmund right now. So
Yeah.
that's obviously a proven U.S. breeding ground for a winger, Christian Pulisic, if no one's understanding who I'm referencing there. And then up top as well, Julian Hall from New York Red Bulls 2, and the actual first team already as well. He made his debut this year, or I believe appeared in 26 matches as a 16-year-old. I think only put up an assist potentially, but I think, Dad, there's a huge opportunity for this group. Also, Diego Cocan from Barcelona at goalie. That's another one to pick out. But, Dad, just hearing some of these situations, what does that make you feel? Does that make you more optimistic, or do you think it's too early to be talking or getting excited.
No, I think it makes me optimistic. I think any kind of success at a lower level, age-wise, um, is something to be excited about. Will it translate to the senior team? We can't be certain. But I think it's. I mean, let's face it. I don't think a lot of the guys on the World Cup team next summer. Well, we know they didn't do this well because you said 20 years, right? So yeah, I am excited. I think I am optimistic. Guarded optimism. But I will take any kind of positivity I can get heading into a World Cup next summer that I'm just every day feeling less comfortable about. Did you see that parking is gonna cost over $100 at the World Cup next summer? Like, I don't even know if I wanna go
Yeah, I don't
anywhere.
think we're going to any game.
Well,
Yeah.
and we're not driving. At that place, you just take an Uber for sure.
Yeah, or scooter or walk, however you can get to the stadium without paying $100 for whoever knows what parking you're probably still getting shuttled to the stadium for all we know, and not even in the real parking lots. But uh I mean, it's blasphemy, Dad. But to go back to the point here, I think with the U17 team, let's see how they do the rest of the tournament. Can they get past the quarterfinals? Can they win it? I mean, I don't know. Like, do they have that sort of talent? That's when I think we start getting a little more serious. They're still young, but if they win or if they get to the final or a semifinal, then it's more like, okay, this group's making progress where others couldn't, don't you think?
Absolutely. Absolutely. So yeah, let's see how they do in the next couple of matches. Hopefully there are a couple, 2, 3, 4 more matches in this tournament. And then we can revisit this maybe in a few